Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer Treasury Consulting. The title of this video is Why JP Morgan Chase license should not be cancelled. Why Indian regulators are waiting to issue a notice to JP Morgan Chase. It is the same JP Morgan Chase whose name came in one real estate fraud. Remember? It's the same JP Morgan. I told you that I'm following JP Morgan Chase gold fraud very carefully. Today I took around 6-page prints from the internet and I read almost all of them. Every passing day, a fresh information is coming as far as JP Morgan Chase fraud is concerned. And let me first study the few paragraphs for you. Greg Smith clicked his computer mouse so rapidly to place and cancel bogus gold and silver orders for Bear Stearns and Company, later JP Morgan Chase, that his colleagues would joke that he need to put ice on his fingers to cool them afterwards, or he must be double jointed. Do you know, guys, what is bogus trades? What is spoofing? Spoofing means using any electronic communication network. You will place such a big order in the system that it automatically manipulates that commodity, probably equity also, probably crypto also. If I go with these papers which I got, Trunk is the third former trader to testify at Smith fraud and racketeering trial, and 2 senior employees at JP Morgan Precious Metal Desk, Managing Director Michael Novak and hedge fund salesman Jeffrey Rufo. They are accused of systematically cheating to help themselves and their top clients for years. This is JP Morgan. If I go with the page number 3, prosecutors show juror internal chat logs between Rufo and Murray Capital Management PIA from April 3, 2008, in which the hedge fund trader had directed Rufo to sell 100,000 ounces of silver. Smith filled the order and then rapidly placed a large number of additional sell orders that he quickly cancelled as the price of the silver dropped. This is called spoofing. Page number 4. Before Tunch, employee of JP Morgan, was to meet with compliance officer, he said Novak, the managing director of the Precious Metal Desk, urged him to say every order you put into the market you intended to trade, but that wasn't true. Trun said because he and others at JP Morgan routinely placed large orders in gold and silver, they never intended to execute, to push prices up and down. These trades were the exact pattern we did used for years. Now these documents which we have and which are coming from Google, if I have an access to these documents, because they are now a public document, I hope the Indian regulator also having an access to these documents. But the beauty of the game is till now, even after 3 to 4 weeks of this fraud, not a single step has been taken against JP Morgan. If you go to our channel CNBC Awaj, you will see every day JP Morgan Chase is giving calls to the Indian market that buy this stock, sell this stock, and so on and so forth. It raises a biggest question that if a bank who used to manipulate the precious metal, which include gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and God knows maybe other precious metals also, then what is the guarantee that the same bank not doing any kind of manipulation as far as the equity research is concerned? There is no guarantee. Even Steve Jobs, even Einstein, Newton, Edison, Galileo together cannot give any guarantee. But the beauty of the game is Indian media, Indian business channels, they are simply like Gandhi ji ke teen bandar, which means we will not speak, we will not listen, and we will not see. If JP Morgan did this fraud, then our moral duty is to protect JP Morgan. This is how the market works. I raised this question many times that this isn't the first time JP Morgan manipulated something. JP Morgan is having a history of frauds. If you go to Google, you would be able to see all the frauds, not only JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, UBS, Barclays, Credit Suisse, Deutsche, and all these great banks. You will see the history of these banks as far as the manipulation, frauds, corruption, scandals, and all these things are concerned. But the biggest question here is that why the banking license of these banks are not yet revoked? Why these banks are still allowed to work even knowing that they did lot of scandals and manipulations? As a hedge fund desk, every day I see JP Morgan is saying about Paytm, JP Morgan is saying about X stock, JP Morgan is saying about Y stock. I simply listen that. And completely, outrightly rather, ignored that. Because I know that if JP Morgan Chase talking about Paytm, it means JP Morgan having their interior motive behind that. And this is the evidence. Guys, please remember that spoofing is not about commodities. So if you are thinking that spoofing is about commodities, it is about gold, it is about silver, it is about platinum, or probably any other precious metal, then you are not correct. Spoofing can also be done in equities, and it is happening. Just like in 2018, I warned people about the SoftBank. And you know what is happening today in the Indian startup? Thousands of jobs are cut. Thousands of startups are dying. Their valuations are coming on the road. Zomato, you see, and all. So guys, I'm warning you that today the Indian markets are facing spoofing in the equities. And as always, I repeat, as always, we are silent. This is how the system works. This is Rahul Magan.